More luck has its roots in the no harm, no foul principle. If a person makes a choice or takes an action that is reckless, dangerous, or otherwise unethical in some way, but through some factors out of the person's control, everything turns out okay, that person will tend to face less scrutiny for their actions than they would if something went wrong. For example, if a CEO takes out the last of his company's cash reserves, puts it on a hand of blackjack, wins big, gives everyone bonuses, saves the company, he probably won't get much in the way of pushback on that reckless decision. If, on the other hand, the blackjack hand went south, his company goes belly up, and they can't even afford to pay severance to its employees, it's safe to say that choice will see a higher level of scrutiny. Even though the decision was the same in both scenarios, it is judged differently based on the outcome. One of the reasons we have this tendency to let outcomes bias our judgment of morality is that distinguishing between what is luck and what is a factor within a person's control is rarely so clear-cut in the real world. What if instead of betting everything on a hand of blackjack, he bet it all on a business deal going through with a big client? We know the odds of winning a hand of blackjack, but we can only speculate the odds of a deal going through. Because of that ambiguity, we look to results to provide some clarity. If the decision works out, odds are it was a good decision. If it doesn't, odds are it was a bad one. This bias is very strong. Not only does it persist in situations where luck played an obvious role, like my blackjack example, we are influenced by outcomes when we judge character actions in works of fiction. Years ago, I was watching a buddy cop movie called Bon Cop, Bad Cop. This movie has a scene where the cops locate a house that has evidence pertinent to the case they're working on. One of the cops says they need to get a warrant, while the other cop does the old, "I think I hear someone calling for help. Seems like probable cause to me." And they break down the door and look inside. While they're inside, one of them trips a booby trap and the whole house explodes. They lose all the evidence and barely make it out with their lives. I remember being completely shocked by this scene. I was so accustomed to police needing to blow through red tape to get the bad guys in movies, I barely noticed the disregard for civil liberties that comes with breaking and entering. Then all of a sudden, bang, consequences. Maybe there should at least be some oversight to keep police from ransacking people's homes. The thing about moral luck in fiction is it's not luck that decides the outcome of characters' actions. It's the author who decides. There's nothing wrong with an author giving biased framing for or against the actions of their characters. Giving characters difficult choices and having those choices have consequences is one of the things that makes fiction interesting. But the ability to manipulate audiences' moral sensibilities is powerful. So it is something to keep in mind the next time you're enjoying or writing a piece of fiction.